Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So today we are on my buddy Vlad, aka Cream, from my Twitch chat, because you know what? He was really close to getting Lydia, but he kind of got stuck. We all know how important Lydia is for accounts, and sometimes you face some of those faction wars battles, they just want to make you pull your hair out, and it's just like, I cannot do it. And he was like, you know what, mate? I'm 2 stars away. I need to 3-star faction wars for the sake of the Shadowkin. I just cannot do it. Can you please help me out? Can you have a look? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Let me just jump in the account and check it out. And guess what? I went into there and you know what? Let me just make it easier because I have the screenshot and I'm gonna obviously run it again and show you. I did it in 3 minutes. Straight up did it in 3 minutes. I'm not showing this to like brag like, oh, I'm so smart or this. No, I'm just wanting to show about this one over here. Do you see this? There's a level 10 3-star unascended assassin that's just chilling around there. Reason behind this is there's a cheese, let's call it strategy, that works for the sake of the faction wars. Obviously I already got it. I'm not gonna collect his Lydia. Let me click this one over here. So the whole idea is this boss is the red one. Let me see if I can go to the info somewhere maybe. Okay, over here, yeah. So the whole idea about that boss is he has a bit of an interesting mechanic. Guess I cannot see him only when we get there, but the whole idea of that boss, or is it here? Does it take us to the page? No, never mind. That boss has a mechanic that basically he ignores defense and he does damage based off of your max HP. So normally he just does half of your HP as damage, or if he crits, he kind of one-shots anyone in there. So if you do not have a reviver for these types of bosses, it can be annoying. But like for example, you see here, he cleanses himself with that skill and he does an AoE stun, and just like one champion he places True Fear on. So this is one of the ones that's the hardest. However, this boss has a little bit of a trick, and that's the level 1 champion trick that basically, let's try and run it. Let's hopefully get the good RNG. And there is. The whole idea around this is you need either to have somebody really tanky and some controls, or maybe have one reviver, but that revives once. Because sometimes when you get to him, he might kill you several times. So if you don't have a single target revive at least, it might be tricky. Or like obviously if you have an AoE reviver, you're good. But for example, this team, as you see, there's no reviver. The whole trick about this team is it's relying on the control of the champions. Like we have Ninja does the freeze, we have Burangiri doing the stuns, we have Toragi doing the provokes. So we're basically trying to control this wave and do enough damage to kill the waves so he does not die. He only needs to survive up until you get to the boss. That's all. If you get to the boss and he's alive and you have enough damage, you're gonna easily beat the boss, as I showed it, in 3 minutes. Because what actually happens is the boss, because he has so little HP, and he's like, I'm not sure exactly what the coding behind it is, but basically what the boss does, because he sees that he has so little HP, it's like, okay, let me just kill him because I can one-shot him, because he seems really squishy. So the boss tries to one-shot him, but obviously he cannot do that because damage being based on max HP, obviously he died now because this one's max. But because the damage is based on the enemy max HP, like I said, his max HP is really low because he barely has any levels. So he's gonna, let's say he has 8,000 HP. He's gonna get hit by 4,000 HP, or if he gets crit like 6 or 8,000 HP. If you have somebody in a shield set, like I have here Toragi in a shield set, or somebody that places shield with an ally protection, he's gonna have to get like 10 hits in order to be killed. And that's, that helps you be able to continue, doing that fight up until you take the boss. And that made it pretty easy. Like I showed in the previous one, it's, it takes you just 3 minutes. You just need a little bit of that RNG, like I showed, to be able to pass the waves and have him not die. Because obviously if he dies, then I have no reviver in this team. So that makes it a little bit complicated. But if you get a little bit of good RNG, or if you can just, manual it. You only need to do it once in order to 3-star it, then you do not care about it anymore. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep manualing this up until we get to the boss part, and we're going to come back to the boss part. Hopefully it doesn't take me like 10 minutes of RNG, but I'm going to let you know. And we're going to come back at the boss to show you what I'm talking about. So see you in a bit, guys. Okay, so I actually got lucky and I'm exactly in the same run and I'm back at the boss. So let's look at it. So you get at the boss, you just start slamming that boss away with damage. Then let's do the decreased defense with him. Then over here, let's just simple A1. Watch, let me do I guess I can do an A1. Or actually, let me do the... Yeah, no, let me just do the A1. Okay, let's watch the boss, what he does. So the boss goes straight in for him. Look at that, 11,000 HP. He's not dead. I think his all HP, let me check RSL Helper. His all HP is like 4,300, something like that. He did 11,000 because of the crit. But because the shield set is on Toragi, it has so much HP, just absolutely nothing happened. Honestly, and then you go continue doing your skills. Let's get a Hex in there so we do some ally attacks. Let's put some strength on as well, because why not? Keep fighting. Oh, we even increased the debuffs. He goes for another hit again, 9,000 damage. There's still another stage of the shield, for example, from the shield set, so I'm not going to use Toragi shield. I'm just going to go A1, and then joint attack. Then let me just explode, some more damage, another A1 in here. Whatever stun's not going to happen. He's going to try to hit and kill him again, but nothing. Okay, now we lost the shield. Guess what? We're going to come back to Toragi. Boom. Another shield and ally protection, because the shield that Toragi places is based off of his max HP. So that just makes it so much easier. Plus the ally protection, soaking in part of that damage makes this so much easier to do. And boom, there we go, 3 minutes 25. That's the way to beat... Maybe stage 21s are the hardest, but that's the way to beat this type of boss in general. The boss that ignores defense, cleanses himself, and does that. It's called, I guess, the level 1 cheese, let's call it. Let me show you quickly what builds he had. Like, honestly, did not touch any other of his champions. I just put the shield set on Toragi and brought him. He has no gear, by the way. Like, you can bring somebody who has no gear and be as slow as possible, because you don't want the champion to have gear on and you don't want him to get turned so they lose the shield faster. No, you want them to be as slow as possible. Have somebody who has the highest HP in a shield set. Like, I just put the shield set 94,000 HP on him. So basically when Toragi does a shield, it's 30% of his HP. So 30% after 94,000, what's that? 9, around 30,000 K shield. That's on for 3 turns. And as you saw, he got hit for like 9,000. You can even take stuff like this to get even bigger shields. For example, what is it? The shield bearer on the person that has the shield. And then everybody else just damage, and control, and make sure he's alive. So this is it, guys. This is the way to cheese the Faction Wars boss when you're facing the one that ignores defense. That's honestly one of the hardest ones. That's the one that you have in Shadowken. That's the one you have in the Lizardman, in the Dwarfs. And I don't remember. I know it's like 4 or 5 of them that have it on 21 that make, like, make people angry. Like, oh, I cannot do it. I cannot finish it. Well, this is the way. This is how you easily beat Faction Wars, guys. But yeah, this is going to be it for the video today. If you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like and subscribe, especially if this was helpful for you. And I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.